Continuing on the test drive. Rich from the Lifted Off-Road Shop. Lifted Off-Road. Having fun and being lifted. I still don't hear that noise, which is good, I suppose. So, yeah. Maybe the problem is in the transfer case. Although the front axle does need work too, because I showed you in one of my previous videos how loose it was in there. As far as what's making all that noise, I don't hear anything yet. In case you're wondering what this little green thing is in front of you, that is the roll bar across the windshield. The mount I've got for my camera doesn't go high enough to clear that bar, so interesting. I'm not hearing that noise at all, which is good. Goody, goody, good, good. Goody, goody, good. Videos. Out on a little joyride. I just got some gas, topped off the fuel tank. Might be doing a trail ride today somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't know where. I've been trying to work on a video challenge, which I have not been very good at. I've already missed a few days here and there. Maybe I'll put this one on the video challenge if it's not too long. One of the requirements was from 1 to 3 minutes, and I do have a tendency to let my videos go for too long, especially when I've got stuff to say. Which way do I want to go? Let's go the long way back home, shall we? Let's make this a long video just because. I want to try to see if that noise doesn't come up. Normally I would have heard it almost as soon as I left the house. But today, since I took off the front drive shaft, I haven't heard anything. So, I don't know. It's possible the noise could be coming from my front axle, like I described earlier, without the stress of the drive shaft being attached to it. It's maybe not creating the vibration that actually causes that noise. Or maybe it is the transfer case. Because when you're in two-wheel drive on the Jeep Wranglers, when you're in two-wheel drive, the front axle does not spin by itself, because it's in two-wheel drive. It's not in four, so the front axle does not spin. So as we're driving right now, the front output on the transfer case should not be spinning, which will not create a noise. If it's not moving, it won't make any noise, right? Maybe the problem is with the transfer case. The front axle is spinning because of that locker that's in there. Well, the wheels are moving, so the front axle is going to be spinning regardless. And if it's moving, it can create noise. But I don't hear any noise, even though it is moving. So, I'm no expert. I don't have decades of experience under my belt, especially with four-wheel drives. I'm actually fairly new when it comes to four-wheel drive systems. So I don't have a whole lot of experience. I've got a little bit, but not a whole lot. So I can't just hear a noise and immediately tell you what it is. I've got to try to go through the process of elimination. drive shaft installed, it makes a noise. Without the drive shaft, it's not making any noise. And I do know that the output, the front output on the transfer case does not spin when it's in two-wheel drive. So, how long has my turn signal been on? Shit. That's embarrassing. I've been driving with my turn signal on for the past mile and a half, 2 miles. Oh well, now it's time to make a turn. Waiting on the light. Get a nice little tour of my living space. We got one of the old steel mills coming up here in front of you. Weirton Steel. Put some pants on and my sweatshirt. You know, if we're doing a trail ride, I definitely want to have my shoes or boots on. So when I get home, I'll probably change clothes, put on something a little bit warmer. Oh, there's a cicada. You can definitely hear the cicadas. I was out yesterday cutting grass. I've seen a lot of the dead skins from where the cicadas, it's called molting, where they shed their skin so they can, you know, grow more. There was a whole bunch of those hanging off the weeds and off the tree leaves from yesterday. But I've only seen a few of them. They're still around. But it's not swarms of cicadas like I was expecting. But it's still early. Maybe there will be. Cicadas. Getting ready to make my turn. Heading home. Got the gas tank topped off. You can hear my locker clicking. It's a nice little fun road to drive. Nice and windy. This road is fun with the Miata. My wife's Miata is fun to drive on this road. People always want to cross the yellow line on this road too. I don't understand why it's so hard to stay between the lines on this road, or on any road for that matter. But people are always crossing the yellow line on this road. So you never know. You never know when you have an oncoming car or truck coming up on you that's going to be in your lane. You have to stop or slow down and wait for them to move out of the way. It's really kind of frustrating. I usually do my best to stay between the lines, especially on roads like this. Unless it's late out and I know there's not going to be any traffic. Then I might cross the line a little bit going around these turns. But for the most part, I try to stay between the lines like you're supposed to. But a lot of people have a hard time doing that. One of the things that a driver has to look out for, being a driver of a vehicle, you have to pay attention to what's around you. be on the lookout for oncoming traffic. You have to be on the lookout for pedestrians. As a driver of a vehicle, it is your responsibility to pay attention to what's in front of you so you don't hit nothing. And it goes the same as being a pedestrian. If you're a pedestrian on a road, it is also your responsibility to pay attention to what's around you so that you don't walk into traffic or you don't walk into an oncoming car. It seems a lot of people don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. They'll just walk all haphazardly, not paying attention to what's in front of them or behind them. But it's their responsibility to pay attention to their surroundings, just like being a driver. As a driver, it's your responsibility to pay attention to what's in front of you so you don't hit anything. And as a pedestrian, it is also your responsibility to pay attention to your surroundings so that nobody hits you. Life is not guaranteed. You never know when your number's up. One of my friends and mentors, she posted a video yesterday or the other day talking about how, you never know. You never know when your number's up. You never know when something might come up, and tomorrow is not guaranteed. It basically is what she was saying, which is true. You never know. Anyway, here we are on this test drive, listening for a noise that I don't hear. Shut this off now. Have fun and be lifted. Go ahead and send me a comment. Later.